Well, good morning, everyone. I hope everyone's doing fantastic today. It's such a great morning to speak about fantastic things, wonderful things, God-fearing things. so last night, I was like chilling out, working on fighting the final boss of the Elden Ring DLC. Which, let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. That shit is fucking frustrating. It's all hell. I was bobbing, weaving, ducking, diving, praying, everything. But on the by 10, no, 11 p.m. on that Saturday night, when the moon was full, with the help of some cooperative people, I beat the goddamn boss. I was very happy. So then I decided, you know what? Let me fulfill my prophecy as Elden Lord before I beat the game outrightly. Let me just go and fight Mikola, who is one of the most horrible bosses ever. In any case. But while I was doing all that, there was some jewels that happened. They came about. One such thing was a friendly neighborhood superhero, Dave. I didn't get all the details, but it seems like something really bad has happened to the good guys' side. So much so that everyone was coping and seething and whatever the case is. I would have done more research on it, brought it to you guys. Plate, as it were, but I may do something later on tonight to give you the full coverage. But suffice it to say, ladies and gentlemen, hearing Meltdown talk about, I listen to these hater channels, I hear the trickling and whatnot. It was like, bro, if you didn't want to hear about hating channels or hater channels, tell your ops, tell whoever it is feeding shit in your ear, to not feed your shit in your ear. See, it's very important for everyone who is running a server, running a YouTube channel, where you are presenting information, speaking on information, gathering information, and whatnot. It's important that the information that you are being given is information that you are allowing to be shown. But see, we are all susceptible of people talking shit about us. I too hear rumblings and grumblings about people talking shit. Now, granted, it sucks at some points hearing people talk about me in a very negative way, because I think I'm such a wonderful person, God-fearing person, adorable person, right? How could anyone be so mean to this cuddly bear? But then you gotta listen to the nuances of their hate, of their hating on thy game. And for Dave, it's like, sir, if there is some shit that I will find from yesterday's stream with Tug and Megan Fox. And I find out that you're fucked. And you back the wrong horsey, bro. I do not know how you're gonna continue this fucking charade of doing this weird, nonsensical coverage of a story that lost all meaning. That lost all nerve. It's weird, like, it's not even to the point of legality, it's not even to the point of being sued. It's just the fact that what is the purpose? What are you trying to do? Like, are you trying, like, what happens if every conviction you have based upon this story is false? That's the dangerous thing. When you go on the camera and you're flopping your gums over and over and over again. And then you come to find out that everything that you believe was wrong. Like a priest finding out there is no God, and it feels like he or she wasted the majority of their prime, their youth, on following something that wasn't even real. It's shattering. It hurts. But I always said to everyone else, listen to what I say. Listen to my proclamations, my prognostication. The majority of the time, I will predict, not perfectly, but I will predict the overall outcome to any future projects you are working on there and now. I have said regarding the AWT minus Flawley debacle back in September, I knew what the game was. I told him what the thing was. Heck, there were people in that camp that were telling me, Huggy, you're wrong. Huggy, this is a nothing burger. Everyone ran away. And Laura knows it. I was proven right once again. All those bad actors were pardoned, exonerated, and giggling like schoolgirls. And please, I don't want to hear, oh, but they were just on Flawless team. Who cares? Who cares? No. Because I just want to point out that if there's a group of people in your camp that did something really fucking stupid, and they know they did something really fucking stupid, because they were going to hang their head in shame and bury their head in the sand, pretending that it never happened and they would never speak about it again. That's how bad it was. It's not something to look fondly back on and be like, oh, that was silly of us, oh, whatever. No, they were willing to take this to the grave. You understand what type of action or event had to take place for you to say, we will take it to the grave and we will never speak about it? Yeah, it's really fucking bad. So, when you have that type of action, and you have a bunch of people that at first doesn't want you around, because, optics, because how does it look, right? And then you are telling people like me, oh, Huggy, we did our thing. We dotted our I's, crossed our T's. We case is closed. Yeah. Um, and then you just allow them to come back in like nothing happened. Like you need people. Like to me, it feels as though that you are allowing them back in because there's a need of content. Because if they are subtracted from the group, there's no one really else to make content with. And with the content just really them blabbing and calling each other slurs over and over again. Like they're trying to fill out a fucking essay paper with a page and word limit. Every other fucking word is a fucking slur or a fucking insult. No nuance to it. But there was something I have a clip about that I wanted to let's see. Let's see. How are you? Did they thank you. No. I need to go to the where are you? I have that. Go. Go to the video. I have. What the fuck is this? But excuse me. There you go. Is he here? China. But we have so many messages coming out. It's like hard to find it. Not that. Oh, the Michigan stuff. That was fucking stupid. Of it. Let's see. Can I get to the thing? There you go. Holy shit. And, oh, there you go. One minute.
It was like the
and they got
yeah. I know exactly. Yeah, Jonestown, he said, was in Brazil, and it was in Guyana. Fucking retard.
And he said we can't do research. This guy got the total wrong fucking, whole continent, bro. Not even on the right fucking continent, bro. Dude, I'm fucking dead, dude. Oh my god. And I'm pretty sure he was on the episode, wasn't it? Was his session there as well? Dude, you didn't even tell bro that he had the wrong fucking continent. In the wrong country. Just completely wrong entirely.
Yes, but I need to do better research on the spurgs and retards of the community.
Shut the fuck up in chat. It was a joke. Jesus Christ. Fuck off.
Tommy Joes.
Tommy Joes. Let's go.
Oh.
I don't know, like this is retarded. We got Mr. Credibility Burn who came and find the right account.
There you go. Alright, let me just show this real quick. Hiya! How are you? I see that what's up, buddy? Let me do this right here. Actually, no. Let me get to here, right here. So we're going to do this. And then we're going to do it here. Love it. I love my tweets. There you go. So, as you can see here, Joe got pissed off. So, wait, revenge porn is wherever, but Domino's is a real issue. Okay, I see you. And they were like, oh, it's a joke, it's a joke. See, like I said, I literally figured they were not going to give a fuck about the case. So because of that, they're just making jokes about like, oh, who cares, doesn't really matter, who cares, whatever. So, as I said, when it comes to, when it comes to just predicting about something like that, you know, it seems like human decency has left everyone's mouth and soul, and they decided they're just going to be assholes. Stupid. And now granted, there's been various suggestions I have in my Discord, which I appreciate. And I have to sift through, I need to sift through it. I've just been indoctrinated with work, Elden Ring, watching a friend of mine play Final Fantasy VIII, which, by the way, Final Fantasy VIII, ladies and gentlemen, it is a one fantastic game. I have the original PlayStation game. I've been okay, Dad. I'm just perusing around the interwebs. Just doing okay, buddy. Just doing meetings and just working shit out. Been fine. What was I gonna say? But Final Fantasy VIII is a very fantastic game. Fascinating. Watching one of my friends play it in the remastered edition. With Final Fantasy VIII, one of the bigger drawbacks of the game is a mechanic called drawing, which is it's a thing where you are able to draw magic, like you're able to take a stockpile of magic from an enemy and hoard it for your own. So instead of you learning the spell, you just take the spell, and then you are able to sync it up to a stat, strength, hit, vitality, whatnot, using your guardian forces or the summons in the game. What's annoying about the game, and granted, I played the game all fucking wrong back in the day, was the fact that just needed to spend 10 turns primarily to get 100 of the spells and to max it out. I thought it would take too long. I'm fucking stupid. So I didn't really do all that much. But now with a remastered version of it, that allows you to fast forward random encounters, you are able to do the stacking of the spells quickly in a timely fashion without having to sit there, wait for your turn, draw, whatever. The game itself is very complex. It has to do with time, memories, love, what mystery, because you have no idea whether or not the main character legitimately died or if this is all a dream state. Because there's an argument being made that he dreamt, like the main character dreamt the second half of the game. Because granted, he had an icicle pierced his chest. Now, the person that was playing the game, that is streaming the game in my Discord, had said that it didn't pierce the heart, it just pierced the lung. And I still would argue, yeah, but it could have caused really bad damage and stuff. What happened to the, did they fix the hole in his jacket? The jacket is just like perfect and stuff. But in any case, watching my friend play that game in the remastered form, and they're very good at how to play the game efficiently as possible. Even I learned how to do the card game. I learned how to play the card game from them, and they never play the card game. I'm thinking to myself that I know how to. I've been playing RPGs for a good while now. I've had feats of bullshit where in Final Fantasy VII I won against Sephiroth. The OGs of Final Fantasy VII where I beat Sephiroth on fucking pure luck, where I was able to get Barrett's limit break to hit while everyone is like in yellow, and I won. And I got away with that. I was satisfied with how I managed to fight. He still fucks you up with his universal galactical attack. 8 was again luck because the main character's limit break is a Rolodex of a chance of getting the biggest summon, the biggest limit break ever. So that's a roll of the dice. 9 was the first time I was able to beat the game comfortably, where I had an interesting setup where I was nearly invincible. But and 10 was 10, 12. 10, 12. Was that 13? 10, 12. 13. Yeah, 13 was something else. But the point I'm trying to make to you is like, even though I think of myself as a strategic fellow, still doesn't negate the fact that I learned how to play. I'm still learning how to play. And I see that in my community I have great gamers, artists, what have you, with me, so I can learn from them. And I'm getting excited about learning more from them. Now I hopefully I could get into my pocket of community someone that is a Dark Souls master, so I can learn how to play brilliantly, because when I beat Elden Ring the first time around, I had a build set and it worked pretty well. And then I ran that build throughout the majority of the DLC. But for the life of me, when I tried to fight the final boss, this motherfucker is so annoying. Rodon is annoying. This man has fucking an agility I haven't seen when he was first introduced in the game. Because this boss character, Radon, gets infected with scarlet rot, which is a very debilitating, slow-eating disease. He's on a horse that's too small for him, but it carries the general like a fucking trooper. When you first fight him, he's slow, lethargic, he don't know what the fuck to do. Then when you get into second phase, he decides to become a cannibal. He becomes an asteroid, tries to fight you with gravity magic, but he's still so methodical. But again, you could he's not. He gives you time to breathe and lets you hit him. And the second fight, where he has new life, new power, the motherfucker just uses his weapons and he just slashes you, uses gravity pulls on you. You could parry his attacks and then, front stab him a bit. But the second one, like I said, it's just tough. And look, when it comes to gaming, when it comes to that fight was hard. That fight was so hard that I need to get people to assist me on it, which after a couple of tries, I was able to pull it off. I was gonna. So after that, I'm going to fight Mikula. I was gonna fight her this morning, but I figured let me stream a bit, and let me get cooking a little bit. Because I've been streaming a long while. It's been a week. A week. But oh fuck. Oh my. So let me see something real quick. Let's see. Where are you? Do? No. No. Where are you? Oh, here you go.
What is up, guys and gals?
Oh. There was something I want. So let me pull some. I got it. Yay. So let's pull something from my little topic suggestions thingy. This is regarding Buddy Haynes, original TikTok predator. Alright, let's go. I'm going to do a 1.5 speed, and let's see where this goes. Get a live reaction and analysis. Buddy Haynes, people.
We are going to clear the air about the allegations that are surrounding me.
There's this one man in particular that you may have seen. He rose to fame off the Bad Boys meme that everybody and their dog reacted to a while back.
I started TikTok not really caring what people think. I did so successfully. There are conversations between me and underage people. Then as things progressed, things got a little out of hand.
You think I'm attractive? If it was me, I'd try to make the relationship with you last for a year. I sort of have a crush on you and shouldn't.
I have multiple sources of multiple 14-year-old girls that have come forward to me about their situations with Buddy and how extremely, sickeningly similar it is to that girl's situation.
I was doing duets with fans.
Bear in mind the fact that he's choosing literal children to duet with.
I will continue to do duets with my fans.
My little secret project. I have been catfishing him for the past few months as a girl, and I will say he has been flirty.
This is getting way too far, people. I hope this has been helpful to some of you, and I hope we can move forward together. Thank you, guys.
If you're like me and billions of others, you may have heard of a little app known as TikTok. Looking for hours of endless scrolling on your favorite funny animal page? Maybe you're more like me and you enjoy deep-fried content that just really doesn't even make any sense. Or perhaps...
I know who this creator is. He's the same person I did with the Illuminati thing. So a guy that looks like a grown ass baby. That looks as though he has mental deformities. Is talking spicy to underage children. Wow, color me shocked. I still don't understand why people have this fascination with younger people. Like, you can understand kinks and fetishes. Why there's a humiliation kink, why there is a mommy kink. You can understand all of that, right? You can understand there's a reward punishment system when it comes to certain kinks. I never understood where in their mind the attraction of children is just okay with it. Like it's just second nature. One can argue it has something to do with weakness, vulnerability, power dynamic, and whatnot. But we'll see how this goes. I mean, again, if he is TikTok famous, if you have any type of success, why do you? It's the same thing with EDP 445. Why the hell are you taking a shot at fucking your whole career up doing some taboo shit when you are making money off being a fucking disgruntled, degenerate Eagles fan? Making it make sense, but let's continue.
You have a love for true crime and strange dances. Whatever the fix may be, TikTok is there for you. However, as a lot of us who are familiar with the platform know, it's not always the most positive place online. TikTok has had a long history of bad actors hidden throughout the platform since its conception. Since its launch in 2016, there's been a slew of cases of TikTok creators who would either scam, taunt, deceive, or prey upon vulnerable groups of people. But with all these instances throughout the years, it leads one to overlook a question I found myself personally eager to answer. Who was the very first infamous figure on TikTok, and how did it all begin? This question quickly led me to the often forgotten story of our character of interest today. Perhaps you're already acquainted, but allow me to either introduce or reintroduce you to Buddy Haynes. Buddy, known by his deleted user handle, The Bidet, was an early TikToker who appeared on the online scene back when the app initially launched. Using his good looks and immense dancing abilities, he quickly became an easy source of questionable content after his bad boy videos, followed by his remarkable dating advice tips, found their way into users' For You page. With now the entirety of TikTok fixated on this man, users began to grow curious of who this man was, and unsavory rumors began to spread about Buddy, causing many users to comb through the history of his online presence for any signs of truth to these alleged rumors. What nobody expected, however, was how mere speculation would turn into a multi-year nightmare involving inappropriate TikTok duets, sting operations, doxing, illogical excuses, and admissions of guilt, followed by many young girls coming forward about their experiences involving Buddy Haynes, sharing evidence and screenshots that quite frankly disgust me to even read here today. The story of Buddy Haynes is that of someone who was placed under the limelight of brief internet fame, only for it to expose his true heinous nature for everyone to see. Now, before we get right into the deep dive, if you will, allow me to introduce myself. Hi, I'm Wonder, your one-stop shop for calm deep dives on some of the internet's most unsavory characters around. If you're new here, I upload a deep dive duet. As time began to pass, Buddy began to grow more confident in both his abilities as a creator and a bad boy, so began to use one of TikTok's often infamous features in cases like this, known as the ability to duet. For those of you who might not know, duets are a feature that allow you to make a video with anyone who enables the ability to do so on their specific upload. The user who initiates the duet is not the original poster, but is someone who saw the TikTok themselves and decided to react to it. Something very important to keep note of throughout this story. Throughout his span of duets, he could be found reacting or acting alongside clips of young girls of varying ages. I did some digging and found a few compilations of these particular duets. However, I won't be showing these clips in their entirety due to children being involved. That being said, I can show you his side of the clip alongside a description of what I personally witnessed. In this clip, Buddy is reacting to a young girl dancing in a way that made me uncomfortable to watch, especially given the reaction Buddy is providing. This girl looks no older than 12. Why Buddy chose this specific account, I can only assume. Another clip involved a young girl holding her hand up against the side of the screen, where the person duetting is supposed to place theirs, so it's to give off the effect of the user touching hands. The next clip I came across, which completely disgusted me, was of a young girl wearing what seemed to be a collar. She's looking off screen to whoever would be duetting, and using her hand that is also off screen, she tugs on what seems to be a leash, leading to her pressing against the side of the screen to give off the effect of kissing. Buddy, despite being in his late 20s to early 30s at the time, figured he'd partake in this and kiss his side of the screen as well. I must remind you, he chose to do this. The last one I want to show you before we move.
Right, okay. Okay. Why? Duets are something that I think any short form content, any platform that offers short form content offers, right? Now, why would you be duetting again? Optically speaking, why would you post a duet, which I know it's public, to where you are doing the whole glasses moving up and down, trying to see if your vision is okay on a minor dancing wheelie? Like, again, I can only lean upon what this creator is saying about it was provocative or weird or whatnot. So, based upon that, it's not like those types of expressions that Buddy shown in that first duet would be something like if someone did a magic trick or they did something amazing like a trick shot, not fucking dancing. And the whole thing about licking or kissing, that's on some really weird behavior. Like, it's not even cringe, it's just creepy. And I don't understand. And the thing I want to understand is, did he have an audience of people like him that thought that was cool? Because we also have to remember something. And I don't think any short form content does this. But it's not like you could close off that type of content to only specific type of memberships. So, for him to try to deny allegations of him being a creepy person, it's kind of hard when you do your dirt in public. People like this have no sense in themselves. And they just think that no one's gonna find out about them. It's just it's a very outstanding thought process with these individuals.
Move move on from the duets was one that left me both baffled and disappointed. Well, I mean, I guess they've all left me both baffled and disappointed, but it's just so strange to watch. Another young girl allowed the duet ability on her TikTok where she sings Wildest Dreams by Taylor Swift. In this clip, the said girl is gazing at the side of her screen as if she's singing about someone. Now, I can't play the song for obvious reasons, so I'll be reading those lyrics to you now if you're unfamiliar. He's so tall and handsome as hell. He's so bad, but he does it so well. And when we've had our last kiss, my last request is, say you'll remember me, standing in a nice dress, staring at the sunset, babe. What the f— Up until this point, Buddy grew casually in his corner of the internet. However, prying eyes were soon to fall upon him, and his paper trail of red flags that was about to become discovered—
Wait, I'm confused. Wait. I'm confused about something. Hold on.
Range, both baffled as well. I must remind you, he chose to do this. The last one I want to show you before we move on from the duets was one that left me both baffled and disappointed. Well, I mean, I guess they've all left me both baffled and disappointed, but it's just so strange to watch. Another young girl allowed the duet ability on her TikTok where she sings Wildest Dreams by Taylor Swift. In this clip, the said girl is gazing at the side of her screen as if she's singing about someone. Now, I can't play the song for obvious reasons, so I'll be reading those lyrics to you now if you're unfamiliar. He's so tall and handsome as hell. He's so bad, but he does it so well. And when we've had our last kiss, my last request is, say you'll remember me, standing in a nice dress, staring at the sunset, babe. What the f— Up until this point, Buddy grew casually in his corner of the internet. However, prying eyes were soon to fall upon him, and his paper trail of red—
I don't understand. Okay, what did he do that was so bad about that? Except for it was a young person singing Taylor Swift lyrics. It wasn't as though he was shirtless and acting weird. In that duet, he looks like he was just reacting to the song. But please, do tell me where I'm wrong on that. That's like like 2 out of the 3 initial batches. I could totally understand why that's fucking creepy. The other 2 were just like the one that I'm iffy on was he held his hand against the duet thing, and this one is where he was reacting to a song. Maybe I am missing something here, but the first batch, 2 of the 3 were fucking creepy as all hell.
Flags that was about to become discoverable to a much wider audience. More attention than Buddy had ever witnessed before, because Buddy was about to go viral for the very first time. If you were a frequent user of the internet, say 4 to 5 years ago, you may remember the infamous clip where Buddy Haynes does a lip sync of Why Do Good Girls Like Bad Guys, going from a shy man with a Zelda book to a cool guy in an all-leather outfit. I recall this clip floating around meme pages, Reddit, Instagram, pretty much anywhere where you could post a video, you could find this clip with numerous comments making fun of its contents. This is where the rumors began to emerge. The internet has a tendency to accuse people of foul traits based upon minimal evidence and through a nasty game of telephone, placing false truths on undeserving people. Floating around were rumors that Buddy Haynes was a predator, a groomer, and possibly a whole slew of heinous things. For a lot of users on TikTok, they wanted to look past the rumors and see if there was any merit to these claims, and so the investigation into Buddy began. And quite frankly, it didn't take people long to find that his account was littered with all kinds of alarming content. The primary focus was placed, for good reason, on his seemingly endless list of public duets, with a seemingly endless amount of very young girls. To the average person, one look at this and one would find the nature of this content to be disturbing. But if you're thinking to yourself that red flags, creepy TikToks, and rumors isn't a crime, you'd be correct. However, sending inappropriate messages and unsolicited photos to those who are minors and who you presume to be minors is.
There are conversations between me and some underage people. My intent is never to groom, whether you are of age or not of age. I am just a friendly person, and maybe that comes off to some people the wrong way.
The first crack in Buddy's facade began to show was when an underage girl by the name of Huggy, also known as Liz, came forward with evidence that one of their followers had brought to them, involving inappropriate experiences and conversations they had with Buddy Haynes. It seemed that this user had reached out to Liz as a source of trust and as a louder voice in theirs, given that Liz had a following over on TikTok. In an article from BuzzFeed titled "TikTok Has a Predator Problem" by Ryan Broderick, we can find a brief interview with Liz and the alleged minor who reached out, describing how this all took place. I've run this account where I would just post creepy TikToks to Instagram, and I just posted a random video of Haynes, Liz told BuzzFeed News. One of my followers DM'd me and was like, hey, I'm 14, do you want me to find out if he is a predator or not? Further in this article, it goes to show a conversation from the alleged minor with BuzzFeed News explaining on how the events further transpired after the user disclosed their age of 14 to Buddy Haynes. At first we were talking about my cosplays and how he wanted to cosplay, she told BuzzFeed News. Then after he started sending videos of him licking his lips and biting them, it made me uncomfortable, but I wanted him to be exposed, so I continued to message him. I don't know how you, as someone who is near 20 to 30 years old, are having a conversation with someone who is 14 and they've made you aware that they're 14, and you're unironically hitting them with a like, oh yeah baby, you're a grown man. The article then says that this minor presented the said videos of Buddy Haynes licking his lips and kissing the screen, videos which I can't show you but I'll have blurred on screen, and screenshots of inappropriate conversations where Buddy allegedly disregarded the fact that she's videos which I can't show you.
I mean, in today's day and age, when you have the internet and stuff is recorded, and I would assume comments on Buddy's profile were hinting at the fact that he's a creepy fucking person, right? One would think that I don't think it's arrogance to think that he would have got away with it. I think it was his naivety to think that a 14-year-old girl is going to stay shut of Buddy sending her videos of biting and licking his lips like she is a delicacy. At no point in this man baby's mind did he think that maybe, just maybe, this may come bite me in the ass and I might have to explain myself. See, the explanation Buddy was trying to do in his YouTube video was like, no guys, I swear to you, it's false rumors, this is a nothing burger, whatnot. It's disingenuous because there's no parsing of the video. It's not like we are getting the wrong interpretation of the video. You're biting and licking your lips that you sent to a fucking 14-year-old. What nuance is there? How can you explain that fucking away?
But I'll have blurred on screen, and screenshots of inappropriate conversations where Buddy allegedly disregarded the fact that she stated she was 14 and instead professed how he wished they could be in a relationship. Now, I have the alleged screenshots here to show you, and they do line up with what the user described their experience to be like. I must reiterate, though, that I can't 100% confirm that these messages are real. They could be fake, but if they are very impressive fakes indeed. And with what we'll be uncovering later on, I'm inclined in my own belief to believe that these are authentic. Let's read the messages. Message from Buddy. Do you think I'm attractive? Following up with a message that's cropped, so I can only really assume this says, I'm not really old enough to have a job. Oh, how old are you? 14. I mean, may I be honest? Yeah, of course. If it was me, I'd try to make the relationship with you last for years. Lol, I feel like I look stupid. You're okay, don't worry about it. I kinda sorta have a crush on you, and shouldn't. Let's break this down bit by bit because there's a lot to unpack here within just a few texts. Firstly, as we know, he continues this conversation after learning of this girl's age, which I would presume if he was duetting with her over on TikTok, but he could already presumably tell that this was a minor he was interacting with.
Again, the fact that you can't authenticate the message, like, I understand there's so much more to it than that, but it's like, you will want to make sure that you are providing concrete information, because those could be faked. But let's like the gentleman is trying to do, let's assume that they are real. The fact that Buddy was saying that I would make I'm into you, I will make the relationship last for years. If it wasn't a 14-year-old girl, it would be dumb, stupid, sweet, I guess. Like, I never heard anyone use that type of verbiage. But like, the person said their age. They said they were old enough to have a job, so I would say maybe 15, 16 years old. He's in his 20s. And he's trying to be somewhat creepily romantic about it. Again, why are you doing this? What do you hope to gain? Are you trying to gain a puppet? Like, are you smart enough to have a relationship? These are questions I would like to know, and hopefully they'll be answered in the video.
She also already alluded to her age by stating the fact that she wasn't even old enough to have a job yet, which even if she didn't say her age is like telltale sign that, yeah, that's a kid.
Oh, she wasn't old enough not to have a job. Wait, let's go back.
Really old enough to have a job. Buddy, do you think I'm attractive? Following up with a message that's cropped, so I can only really assume this says, I'm not really old enough to have a job. Oh.
Oh, how old are you? It says 14. So, it says it right here, 14.
How old are you? 14. I feel like I look stupid packed here within just a few texts. Firstly, as we know, he continues this conversation after learning of this girl's age, which I would presume if he was duetting with her over on TikTok, but he could already presumably tell that this was a minor he was interacting with. She also already alluded to her age by stating the fact that she wasn't even old enough to have a job yet, which even if she didn't say her age is like telltale sign that yeah, that's a kiddo you're talking to. Follow this up with him saying,
Wait, it says it here, 14. I mean, she did say the age.
saying that he'd love to make the relationship last for a few years, paired with the fact that he admits what he's doing is wrong with his statement of, I kinda sorta have a crush on you and I shouldn't, and it paints you a picture of the type of person Buddy Haynes allegedly is. A self-centered predator with a clear understanding that what they're doing is immoral. After these allegations and evidence came to light, it began to spread naturally like wildfire across all platforms. Whether it be TikTok, Twitter, Reddit, YouTube, so on and so forth, Buddy Haynes was feeling the pressure of angry users bearing down on him. In an alleged act of deflection, Buddy Haynes accused Batoji, aka Liz, had hacked their account and made the story all up. I say alleged because I was unable to find the exact source of Buddy's statements here, most likely due to his account being deleted, but this allegation is given some credence due to a brief response made by Liz regarding such claims.
I understand that calling someone a is a big allegation, but Buddy's a I have multiple sources of multiple 14-year-old girls that have come forward to me and to Adam about their situations with Buddy and how extremely, sickeningly similar it is to that girl's situation. One poor kid, 15 years old, got a pic from Buddy. I have that if anyone wants to see it. I have enough proof to report this to the police, but it's not my case to report. He didn't send these messages to me, so it's not my right to send it to the police, which is why I haven't yet. I wouldn't just be calling someone for no reason. I wouldn't say it if I didn't have the actual proof to back it up. But now Buddy's saying that, like, I hacked into his iCloud and whatever and, like, sent these pictures and videos. If that was the case, how could I have gotten them to match up so well with that conversation? Like, it doesn't make any sense.
The chapter of Liz and the vile screenshots presented alongside the story of the alleged victim coming to a close, it was my hope that this was going.
It doesn't help that when you're trying to respond to someone saying that you're lying about the accusations you made against them, that you're fucking zooming in. It doesn't help. It's just the TikTok nature into them. Which, by the way, TikTok is going to be banned on January 19th. Now, I don't know if the ban is going to still stick because of the new administration. As far as I know, January 19th is when TikTok will be gone from the American social media field. So this whole thing regarding zooming into the face, trying to make a point, dies.
Going to be a single act of disgusting selfishness by Buddy Haynes, and that he would fade off into obscurity on his own. But as we are soon to learn, even more alleged victims and predatory acts, some with very concrete evidence, were soon to make their way center stage of this never-ending nightmare.
Maybe I need to be more, okay, so you're, underage. I need to make sure I know that, hey, maybe the conversations I have with someone of my age, I can't have those kind of conversations. As far as the picture, I did say got to sit to someone who it should not have.
Back in 2018, when the story first broke, content creator Jay Aubrey uploaded a 13-minute video to his channel discussing what had been uncovered at the time. In this video, he reached out to an alleged victim of Buddy Haynes. They claimed to have evidence of inappropriate conversations that occurred between both them and Haynes, despite the victim making it very clear that they were an underage girl. Together, we're going to read a few Snapchat messages and texts that really stood out and that I feel are very important to read. Let's get started. I forgot. How old are you? Oh, well, okay then. So maybe next week we can meet. Just meet you and see you, honestly. Maybe meet in Nashville or something. You can't fake ignorance with this statement. It shows Buddy's intent to meet with a minor, which we will see here later in the video is a repeat pattern of his. And even if he claimed he didn't know her age, he was asking for a reminder and continued on without confirmation. This is still a clear intent to do wrong. Next is a screenshot where Buddy makes a payment of $25, followed by
Now, Snapchat is interesting because Snapchat has this feature, which I'm surprised not many other DM things have, where it will notify you that someone has screenshotted the conversation. So, Buddy either stupid or didn't realize that. So, you would figure that, oh, I did an oopsie, I should stop. Or apologize. Or cut it out. But this right here, where he's like, you're hottie and I'm ugly. And it sends the person $25. Something's wrong with this man. Something is wrong. And if he pleads he's emotionally stunted or he just didn't know what was going on, it wouldn't surprise me if he uses that excuse, but still. If you are cognizant enough to use TikTok, if you're cognizant enough to do those stupid fucking edits where you're in an outfit and then you snap your fingers in another outfit, if you're able to do those edits, you should be smart enough or intelligent enough to know what's right and wrong.
A text that reads, "You're the hottie, and I'm the ugly." And lastly, we have a text exchange where Buddy says, "I sent you something on Snap. Oops. May I be honest? I sent those videos because He says, for lack of better terms, that he sent those videos because he was in a bit of a mood, and he says he was trying to see if those videos could kind of get her to match the same energy as him. It's pretty uncomfortable to read. Well, as it turns out, this victim happened to record the video, and its nature's along the lines of what the first alleged victim experienced. More kissing faces as he pretends to lick the screen. I'd imagine Buddy was not too happy to learn that these videos were getting out to the public. As he himself put it best, oops, as the mountains of evidence began to stack day after day against Buddy, he became unsure of what to do. There were only so many options he could choose, but like we've seen time and time again, deflection appeared to be Buddy's preferred method of combating these allegations. Shortly after the controversy was reaching an all-time high, Buddy himself decided to upload a very poorly received response regarding everything he was being accused of. Let's watch this disaster of a response together and reconvene afterwards to break it all down.
What's up, guys? So just the day coming at you with another public service announcement. So, for all those that have been following me and giving me love and giving me sweet comments and duets and everything and reactions, thank you so much. Sorry, my glasses broke, so I'm still kind of like getting them. Maybe I'll get some new ones or find my spares, but I appreciate you more than anything you'll ever know. To my haters, all you're doing is fueling the fire. When you comment, like my stuff, follow me, and react to my videos trying to down me, you're just making it worse for you. So, do yourself a favor, block me. If you don't like my stuff, if you don't like what I do, block me. Because I will continue to do duets with my fans that love me.
Clearly his glasses are all kinds of messed up because he's unable to see why there's so much hate being directed towards him. It's not because people find your clips cringy. Well, okay, there are people who do hone in on that, but it's primarily due to the fact of these alleged victims coming forward with what seems to be hard evidence stacked against you. It also has to do with this type of information coming out paired with the type of duets you've made which are inappropriate in nature. It's not some blind hatred just because you're some goofy creator online. It's a classic case of deflection given that throughout his response he doesn't really address anything. He just hits you with the haters gonna hate block me type line and expects this to come across as some sort of epic mic drop moment. Did he really expect the internet of all
It would have been smart if he had addressed the messages. But see, when you can't do that, and you go with the hate it's gonna hate type of thing, like, for anyone that are fans of Buddy, I don't know who would be fans for Buddy. It may work, but again, it's the majority of people that watch the duets, seen the evidence, can know this is such a poor parry and deflection. It is so bad that you're not really helping your case. I would have had respect for him or anyone in this position if they would have said, "Listen, I'm a very sick man. I don't know what's wrong with me. I'm gonna tap out for a while, and that's it. And literally take a break, and then take a break for maybe 2 or 3 weeks." Do content, but just don't do the shit anymore. Like give yourself and them a break. If you really wanted to save his YouTube career or his online career, hobby, whatever the case is, you would just apologize, say I fucked up, and then just continue doing content and just behaving yourself. Just don't do it anymore. Let let the allegations of the old stuff feast on itself for a while. Let them chew on the bone. And then by you doing new stuff and nothing new has come out about you, it'll die down and people will think you're reformed. But that's how anyone that's in any type of controversy, a cheating allegation, a fucking trying to do Romeo and Juliet type of thing, being creepy to of-age women, like too flirtatious, what have you, right? Any type of cringe behavior, by you taking a break from it, it allows you to reset yourself and allow the garbage of your actions to stay as garbage. Not making new stuff. This is how you move past it. Apologize. Just apologize. I fucked up. My bad. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with me. It's not fair to people who legitimately do like me to have to hear others demean them for being fans of mine. I'm sorry to put you guys in that position. You guys have been there to support me and give me a platform that many people dream of having, but I was able to achieve it because of fans like you. So I'm just going to take a break, and I'll see you when I see you. Simple. But stop fucking deflecting. You got caught. It's recorded. It's screenshotted. It's not like back in the good old days where these types of things are not prevalent. With shit like this, you literally need to be caught in the act. Where you could deflect. A week from Sunday. Not now, buckaroo. Not now.
All places to just shrug their shoulders and walk away from this. Probably, actually, people like this aren't exactly too familiar with cognitive function when they make response videos like this in the first place. Unfortunately for Buddy, though, TikTok of course didn't view this as an acceptable response, which fueled their fire towards him even more. A few days passed where Buddy presumably relished in his victory. A pleasure that would be short-lived, because not too long after this response, some online users doxed both Buddy and his family members.
So as you can tell, I'm still here. But I now have another issue. I have not people that found me on Facebook. You harassed me on Facebook, and I will take you to the police. Because this is getting way too far, people. This is too far.
Now, before I say anything, I just want to clarify that I do not under any circumstances justify doxing, let alone family members who are uninvolved. It's uncalled for and leads to a very obvious safety risk. That being said, though, I don't know entirely what Buddy expected to happen here. Again, not justifying doxing, but the internet can sometimes have an almost vigilante-style approach to these kinds of situations, especially when it comes to minors being involved. His initial smug and dismissive response was almost certainly going to bring about some form of backlash.
You know what I do? Block me. Because I will continue to do duets with my fans.
It should not have been to this extent, but something was to be expected. Anyone with a functional left and right brain could have predicted that. What I find to be, for lack of better terms, amusing out of this is the fact that he threatens to call the police.
You harassed me on Facebook, and I will take you to the police.
Which I would assume under the evidence and the severity of the doxing, he could be within his rights to do, but his victims could turn around and attempt to do the same thing as well. So it's a bit of an ironic double-edged sword. After the doxing, Buddy, whether it be for privacy reasons, backlash, or both, decided to private his account and went into digital hiding for an extended period of time. I believe to my understanding this was upwards of several months to almost a year. However, he couldn't keep himself away from the idea of having a bright future on the platform forever. Like a child sneaking back into his house in the dead of night, but he creeped his way back into TikTok with a very
Well, I like how he's like, I don't condone doxing, but what do you guys expect? What do you expect? I'm like, I understand, but again, it's still wrong. What would have happened if someone came to his house and broke his shit? Like, there have been property damage, or whatever the case is. Like, again, Buddy is a fucking dumbass. He's an idiot. At the same time, though, because he's stupid and dumb and whatnot, it doesn't give people the right to expose him publicly, because you have no idea what people in his area are willing to do. You have no idea what the demographic is. You have no idea what the mindset is. There could be a neighbor that had a bone to pick with Buddy and was looking just for a reason to start some shit. And because of that, they could use that as an excuse to do some harm to him. What the fuck? If you want Buddy to get justice, get him banned off the platform. Get him some help. Do something, but you have no idea. So this whole thing about he should have expected this. That's, in my opinion, that's very disingenuous. That is not a good way of looking at things. It's not. But besides all that, Buddy should have chosen his words carefully. And again, this whole thing about they could go to police and he could go to police. It doesn't. Okay, and so what? Buddy got doxxed. Buddy doesn't feel safe. Okay, what does this have to do with his victims? They could go to the police. They could press charges. Okay, so what? It's not. It's ironic. I mean, hell, it would be ironic if Buddy had said something along the lines of, the allegations are false. If you have anything on me, go to police, because I did nothing wrong. That would have been ironic if he had said that statement. Then he said this. So I have no clue what the fuck this gentleman is talking about. Ironic. It's two bad situations. That's all it is. There's no there's no ironicness to it. But whatever.
Very business-as-usual approach. As he continued his uploads as if nothing had ever happened, rumors began to circulate that his inappropriate behavior was continuing, something that left users with a sour taste in their mouth and an appetite for speculation. One creator, however, had decided they had enough of this never-ending spree of disgusting behavior and chose to do something about it, to catch Buddy dead to rights in the act.
My little secret project was to get this dude face to face to finally get some answers. And well, I have been catfishing him for the past few months as a girl whose name I will not disclose. I will not disclose this girl's identity or anything like that. But I've been catfishing this dude for the past few months, and I will say this. I'm catfishing him as a 17-year-old girl, and I will say he has been flirty, has called names like babe, baboo, sweetie, hun, but he has not been whatsoever. I just want to go ahead and clear that right there. He's not been whatsoever, but he has been pretty flirty, and he's agreed to meet up today.
Great to see you here the following day. Let's get right back to it. On July 31st, 2019, creator Activiz uploaded a video to YouTube titled Face to Face with Buddy Haynes, finally getting answers. In this video, Activiz meets Buddy Haynes at a park after baiting him for a while, posing as an underage girl. Buddy agreed to meet up in person to see where things could go. I have a lot I want to speak about regarding this clip, but I want us to watch it first so we can all be on the same page. I will warn this video is a bit noisy because there's like 10 billion bugs in the background doing bug tape things, but I feel this video is way too important to leave out, so let's go ahead and roll the clip.
Hey man, what's good?
Oh, go ahead, Mark. How are you?
Doing good.
Good.
What you up to?
I'm just hanging out.
Just hanging out?
Yep.
Not meeting friends?
No.
Not meeting somebody?
No.
Yep.
No, don't meet anybody. Just hanging out.
Just hanging out?
Just hanging out, man. Just enjoying the pod. Enjoying being back.
So you don't know anyone by the name of Cat?
No. Don't know anybody named Cat.
You weren't meeting anyone here by 6?
No.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I'm trying to give you an open opportunity to clear your name with anything.
Honestly, I tried doing that, and all it did was cause more commotion than what it's worth.
Yeah.
So honestly, I'm not interested.
You got like proof, like going against anything anyone said?
No, I honestly don't. That's really all. I mean, all I can say. I don't have any proof of anything. I've got a niece that's 14, so I wouldn't want some nasty freaking talking to her either.
What would possess you to like refer to a girl that's like 17 or 16 as hun or babe or boo, anything like that?
Honestly, I'm just a friendly person, and maybe, that is my fault because I'm just friendly to everyone.
Right. So you say you don't know a person by the name of Cat whatsoever?
No.
You've never talked to someone named Cat within the past 3 months?
I think I'd remember that.
That face look familiar?
No.
It doesn't?
No.
And then the last thing I do want to ask about is the thing with the 16-year-old girl. So what was the real gist of that? Because there's still people confused about that.
That one? Okay, so from my understanding, yes, the girl was 16.
Right.
But she told me she was from the UK. Whether or not this is, something that really irritates people or not, age of consent in the UK is 16. So even if I was saying those things towards her, there's nothing illegal about that. Now,
Here there is.
yes, here.
Here in the United States there is. In the
Not,
UK there is.
not in every state.
Oh man, that's gotta be so cringe to just constantly be like, hey man, I never do this, nah, I could never, you guys are getting allegations from nowhere, and then you get caught at a park, and man, there's just so many embarrassing things about this clip, like from the niece to they're like, hey, I'm just a friendly guy, and then whipping out the age of consent laws. It's just like, dude, this just looks really bad, because it is really bad. So as you can already tell, there's a couple things in this video we should go ahead and break down together, so let's do that now. This encounter begins like any other person who's caught for this type of thing with a classic, hey, I'm just the wrong guy, wrong place, wrong time type deal. Which makes me laugh just a little because this entire park, as you can see in the video, is empty. So it's like, yeah, dude, you just happen to be coming to this park. You're telling me you just happen to choose this park and be at this exact bench at the same time of someone who's matching your description is supposed to be meeting up with a presumed minor. Right, okay, that makes a lot of sense. He claims he's just hanging out, and when Activist says he has proof to prove that he was there to meet a minor, but he claims that predatory behavior is disgusting and he wants no part of it, and that he also has a 14-year-old niece and he would hate to see something like that happen to her. But if that's really the case, it begs the question. If Buddy really had a 14-year-old niece in his life he claims to be protective of, why would he ever put someone else of that age demographic in such a position? Again, once more inadvertently admitting that what he's doing is wrong and would fall under predatory behavior. He claims that his Achilles heel in these type of situations is that he's just too friendly and people take it the wrong way. He says he doesn't mean to be creepy, which if that's the case, maybe, just maybe, you shouldn't be, oh, I don't know, hitting on minors, it's just a thought. Where his arguments are completely diminished though, is when he's asked about a 16-year-old girl he's spoken with, which he admits to communicating with, but adds that she's from the UK and the age of consent in the UK is 16. So if he did talk to her in an inappropriate manner, which he just admitted they had been speaking, that it wouldn't be illegal.
Age of consent in the UK is 16. So even if I was saying those things towards her, there's nothing illegal about that.
Buddy, you are a citizen of the United States, so correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think it works quite like that. Which if you pursued one 16-year-old, it doesn't matter if they're from the UK. You just admitted that you're attracted to people of that age range. It shouldn't even be an if I did argument because that's just such a strange defense to have ready to go. Like instantly it's like, oh, hey, I actually know the age of consent laws about people in different states. I wasn't talking in an inappropriate fashion. But did you know that the age of consent in the UK is 16? I'm just throwing it out there that even if I did, it's legal in the UK, so like why do you just have that knowledge ready to go? All in all, a very damning video that I don't think Buddy himself can really weasel his way out of. But I can guarantee you that he'll try.
Ooh, denial.
What is up, guys and gals, the Freak Show fam? Have no fear, the man, the myth, the legend, Papa Freak is here. Yes, you are reading the title correct. Yes, you're reading the description right. We are going to clear the air about the allegations that are surrounding me.
Now that this video from Activist had been aired for the public to watch and dissect, Buddy realized he had nowhere left to hide, so he made the decision to officially take down his TikTok page. TikTok had probably grown to become too much to handle, so he took to other platforms away from more prying eyes, finding refuge on his Twitch and on some occasions his channel, ironically named Papa Freak. It was here on this channel that Buddy Haynes uploaded a video titled Clearing the Air. Make note that this was uploaded January 24th, 2021, nearly 3 years after the story had made its way into the mainstream media. It's here where Buddy, after so many years, opens up about discussing the allegations against him for the first time. He essentially tells his entire saga, and the video itself is over 10 minutes long, so I've cut down most of it in order for us to digest this information more easily. Once more, let's listen to what Buddy Haynes has to say in his defense.
What is up, guys and gals, the Freak Show fam? Have no fear, the man, the myth, the legend, Papa Freak is here. Yes, you are reading the title correct. Yes, you're reading the description right. We are going to do a very special episode of the Campfire Chat. We are going to clear the air about the allegations that are surrounding me. So I guess a quick little rundown for those that aren't aware. Back in 2018, I started TikTok, Musically at the time. I started it to, at first I was bored. I saw it on Facebook. I was like, oh, that looks really cool. Let me give it a shot. And as I got into it and started enjoying it, I wanted to find an outlet to entertain people. And so that's what I did. I started entertaining people at the, me being the butt of the joke, making cringy videos and me just not really caring what people think, just to maybe get a smile or a laugh or two out of people. And I did so successfully, very well. I'm not tooting my own horn, but I did really good. Then as things progressed, things got a little out of hand. I was doing duets with fans and other content creators, and I wanted to share the limelight with people. Maybe I should have thought twice about doing that. Maybe I should have said no to certain videos. Maybe I should have been more adamant about, okay, maybe this is not the right video. Maybe we could do something different. But I didn't. That's on me. My intent was not to be cringy or flirting or anything like that with anyone in any of the videos. If that came off...
The first part of this, if he had said this in the first deflection video, it would have been a good start. A good play, it would have been a great... It could have been great for him, for his image. That he's a man when he's wrong, that he was doing these duets and he should have thought better of it. Just like how I said before. Just how I said it before. So, but him saying it now after the video came out, it's hollow and dead as a tree stump. So, you're only apologizing and addressing the allegations because you got caught predator poster style and everything was posted on YouTube. And it spread like wildfire. That's not good. That's not good. Like, this is why you need people in your hobby lifestyle, or like in your career lifestyle, that can tell you, hey bro, you're doing something stupid. The fact that there was no one that reached out to him before this thing got crazily out of hand just shows that he was not working to the best of his ability. And this is one of the pitfalls of when you are doing content creation. It's not good to it's not good to have yes men / hugbox or be by yourself on situations. Because if you have yes men in the hugbox, you can't see from other people's perspectives of your actions. You can't get better. You cannot grow. But if you're doing it all by yourself, again, you are in a self-contained hug box because you see nothing wrong with what you're doing. Unless you read the comments, but if you read the comments to his bullshit and he just ignored it as people just hating on him, that's just him, gaslighting his own self.
Off that way, that's on me. I should have made sure that didn't happen. So with that, I apologize. If you are one of those people, I'm sorry. I dealt with a lot of alcohol abuse. There's a lot of those videos that I was not necessarily in my correct state of mind. And, that's on me. I'm not trying to, diffuse the situation that, oh, it's okay. No, it's not okay. I should have been more present in those times. There are conversations between me and some underage people. My intent is never to groom, prey, whether you are of age or not of age. I am just a friendly person, and maybe that comes off to some people the wrong way. Maybe I need to be more, okay, so you're, underage. I need to make sure I know that, hey, maybe the conversations I have with someone of my age, I can't have with you. So that's just something that I gotta do as a person and an adult that, I can't have those kind of conversations. It took me a little while to realize that might be construed the wrong way, but it's never my intention. And if you are one of those people, I'm sorry. As far as the picture of, as a lot of people do, we take pictures and we do send them to people. More than anything, I was embarrassed that even got out in the first place, and then it got sent to someone who it should not have. I don't know how it got sent to someone that was underage. I'm still trying to figure that out. 3 years, I still have not figured that out. I have talked to the FBI. I've tried to do my own research, my own investigation, with nothing. I'm still trying. Once I know something, you'll know something. If you are that person, or you are one of those people, I'm sorry. That was never meant to get to you. And I am making steps to make sure that does not happen again. I am keeping those kind of things privately to myself. I'm not taking photos like that again. I'm gone. I hope this has been helpful to some of you, and I hope we can move forward together. Thank you, guys.
So let's start off with the icing on this poop cake. He completely misses the point. I don't think he's missing the point, actually. I think he's intentionally trying to dodge the allegation involving duets. He says, hey, some things got out of hands with the duets, and it really boils down to the fact that I wanted to share the limelight with people.
I wanted to share the limelight with people.
No, you went out of your way. You picked young girls, and you chose very innuendo-y type duets. It wasn't like you just picked a random person. You did like a couple dances, or, maybe a funny meme or whatever, and you was like, hey, shout out to this guy, go check him out. You intentionally chose some very strange ones to be a part of it. So to just say that it's for the limelight, I was just trying to be friendly. No, that's cap. You're lying. He says his intent was to not be flirty, but it's like you're doing the hand holding, the chain pulling, the Taylor Swift one, like the say you'll remember me. Oh, he's so tall and handsome. Like, yeah, okay. With a girl who's very, very young in said video. Like, yeah, dude, that's just sharing the limelight to Buddy. And he follows it up by saying his intent was never to groom. Inappropriate conversations with minors, sending photos to said minors, saying how he wishes to be with a minor for a very, very long time, sending money to minors, following it up with a text message where you call them attractive, and then attempting to meet a minor in the park. Are you kidding me with the idea that you never intended to groom anyone? Then he goes back to the, oh, I'm just a friendly guy. guy. I'm just your local neighborhood buddy. I'm so friendly to everyone.
I am just a friendly person, and maybe that comes off to some people the wrong way.
And that excuse just makes me so mad. And it makes me mad that he's held on to it for this long. Because this is the excuse he used when he was called out for trying to meet a minor at a park X amount of years ago. Creeping on minors and giving them pet names alongside everything I just previously listed is not being friendly. Let's just call a spade a spade. It's predatory and you know it. What baffles me even further is how much he wants to pander towards anyone who's watching this video and downplay their intelligence by acting like it's some grand revelation that he has uncovered that maybe he shouldn't be having inappropriate conversations and sending inappropriate pictures to people who are underage. Like it's some sort of, I was lost in the details whether this was a morally correct thing to do or not. And well, after some soul searching, guess what, guys? I found out that it isn't.
It took me a little while to realize that. Maybe the conversations I have.
This conversation, that fucking apology video that he did, like it said, it should have been copied. It should have been the very first thing he did. Minus the whole meeting minors in the park or whatnot. If he did that type of bullshit, and then maybe proofread this response and then make corrections and bolster a little bit with more details, ideas. I'm making it sound like this is like a fucking English essay. More main ideas, edits, whatever. But if he was to fix the apology, or fix this video that he did right now, and did it in place of that first deflection thing, just own up to if you just own up to your mistakes and just really sit down and be like, listen, I'm a sick man. I'm a bad person. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with me. Like, if he had just said some, if he really truly admitted to why he feels the way he feels. Sure, the truth may be scarier, but at the same time, if you're honest with yourself and then you just bow the fuck out for a while, and then decide to come back and then do new other content where it has something to do with weird shit, people will respect you more by being truthful than you are by being deflective, accusing alcohol abuse and other nonsensical bullshit. To say that you wanted to do what's with people when, again, as stated, it's recorded that you were trying to be this ideal man, hand-holding, touching, kissing. Those duets are very incriminating. To say the least, there must be much more that hasn't been seen. But the smoking gun was being catfished and being put on tape. You're like, oh, you are tying me up with someone. Like that was the nail in the coffin. That and also the dick pic as well too. But that was damning. Because again, screenshots could be altered. Don't say they can, because they can. Like, again, screenshots are enough. You legitimately have to move the fucking screen to show that it's live, it's real, it's not edited, whatnot. Screenshots could be faked. People's testimonies could be fake. Anything could be fake. But what cannot be faked is activist plug recording on him. And I think that's what got him fucked. He could have denied it. He could have done all this other stuff, but that killed him. And now he has to deflect so much. I mean, at this point, what's the point even to clear his name? Your career is diminished, destroyed, over. You're weird. You look like a bald baby. You look like you just came from the fucking factory. You're so ugly. Okay? tap out, call it quits. But maybe, just maybe, he figured he could come back. And hey, if what AWT showed, by AWT showed that you could basically come back from watching revenge porn, and no one's gonna say anything about you. See, what Buddy needed was he needed a group of like-minded idiots and retards in his corner that will platform him and collar him and support him even when he fucked up, just like AWT does for their gang of fucking whack pack retards. Like, I mean, I guess that's where Buddy failed on there. That's how Buddy could have kept his internet career going. Just find yourself a bunch of like-minded idiots, and they'll co-sign everything you fucking do. They will fucking sweep for you like no other. They'll suck you off and clean your mess. Listen, let's.
With someone of my age, I can't have with you.
That's such a weak excuse. That doesn't work. Then he blames illness and intoxication as the reason for him sending an inappropriate photo to begin with, and that just will never, in my book, be an excuse. Was it an excuse every other time? Were you really in this headspace for years upon years, every single day, at every waking moment? Do you honestly expect anyone to fully believe that you never once, throughout all these years, stopped and thought, maybe I should either get some help, since apparently you're trying to claim that this boils down to you needing help? Did you ever once sober up at all throughout those years and think, maybe I shouldn't be pursuing minors because that might ruin their life? To wait this long and this many years, and this is your best defense. It leads me again, in my own biased view, to believe 100% every single thing these victims came out with. Every screenshot, every message, every deplorable act. He did nothing to dismiss these allegations as false. In fact, he basically admitted that he was guilty within the first few minutes of the video. The evidence is stacked against Buddy, and his defense, for lack of better terms, is very, very weak. From where I'm standing and how I see it, that tells me everything I need to know.
Have no fear, the king is here. I apologize for the long-awaited revival, but I am back. Want to let you guys know that this year is going to be the year you're going to be seeing some good things coming from this page for me, myself, my life. This is going to be the year. We're going to make some major changes.
As of the time of me finishing this recording, Tuesday, December 26, 2023, Buddy Haynes is still somewhat active on his Instagram and Twitch, where he streams games such as Overwatch and showcases his builds on Minecraft. He's also given his hand at a few motivational speeches as well.
Yoda once said, do or do not. There is no try. If you're going to say you're going to try to do something, you are better off doing it, because most likely you're not going to do it if you use the word try.
I'm sure we can all agree on just how inspiring that was. Now, I've seen a few clips claiming that Buddy has made a new TikTok account, but I haven't been able to find anything concrete, so for now, it's just speculation, and I'm hoping it remains that way. But it is something to keep an eye out for. His story, as we all now know, has a habit of seeming like it's over before something else stirs the pot, allowing the saga to continue. But, and fingers crossed on this one, hopefully we never have to visit the story of Buddy Haynes ever again. Because I don't like him. If you made it to the end of the video, thank you so much for watching all the way through. It really does mean a lot to me. If you enjoyed today's video, feel free to drop a like and subscribe down below with the bell notification on so you never miss out on any future uploads. I just want to say thank you so much, guys, for helping this channel reach 30K. It's honestly a goal I did not think I was going to reach a couple months ago. My end of year goal was 5,000 subscribers, and even then I thought it was a bit of a reach. So thanks for making my holiday season and the beginning of my new year super special. I also, thanks to the love and support of you guys and everyone throughout the community, am now officially full-time. So you're going to be seeing a lot more videos out on the channel on a more consistent bi-weekly basis. It's something I never thought I'd be doing again, so thank you so much for helping me live this dream. I'm gonna take...
Okay, shut up. 1 second. Should I say yeah, that's it right there. Oh boy. But yeah, so that's the story of Dead Arm. I mean, that's the story of the fucking, wait, what's his name again? I forgot. Buddy Haynes. I hope you enjoy me deep diving the video and also in the allegations. I may come back later with more stuff, maybe. That being said, like, share, subscribe, all that fun stuff. I'll be in my Discord. Have a wonderful Sunday, and